Welcome to SKML Chess Academy. Last video we have seen two counter gambits by black. Now we are going to see in this video we are going to see a white's opening, a different approach. It's known as a Ponziani opening. Let us see what is Ponziani opening. This Ponziani opening then is also known as Stanson's opening or King's Knight game, but it is later it got its name by Domenico Lorenzo Ponziani, who played in 1769 a very revolutionary move f5. So here how the Ponziani opening starts. Ponziani opening starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. Everything is okay here. We have seen so many variations here, bishop c4, bishop b4, d4, like this. But in this, before developing the bishop and everything, here white develops the c3. The idea behind c3 is c3 supports a later d4 push and also enables early development of the queen, while white frequently playing queen a4. But this is the strong point. It also, what is the main disadvantage of this opening is white denies the natural square for his b square knight, the knight c3. So here black counterattacks in the center and it can take one of the three forms. d5, one is he may play d5 or he may play 3f5 and he may play 3 knight f6. He may play 3 knight f6. Recently, Carlsen, while playing 3 knight f6, is scored a very good victory in 2013. So let us see one by one. In this video, we are going to cover only the fundamentals, and later we will make a video covering all the variations in the Ponziani opening. It can be used as a surprising weapon to surprise the opponents. So here on 3d5, let us see on 3d5, queen a4, he sacrifices for the sake of speedy development, but black gets enough. Here he plays 3 knight f6, knight into e5, bishop d6, knight into c6, b into c6, d3, castles, bishop g5, h6, bishop into f6, queen into f6, knight d2, rook b8, etc. In this fourth move by knight f6, black played knight f6. There is also another variation here. Bishop d7 can also be a playable, but 4f6 is inferior. But here if he tries to play 4, if we try to play f6, it is inferior, because here bishop can play bishop b5, knight e7, e into d5, queen into d5, and d4, because white has all the initiative in this position. And we will see the most speculative move here, 3 f5. It's far more speculative as to be expected, since it is exposing the king. After d4, d into e4, 5 knight into e5, okay, here d4, d into e4, 5 knight e5, queen f6 is the most promising. Finally, 3 knight f6 is excellent if followed by the normal break 4 d4 d5. If he plays 4 d4, he plays 4 d5. With the center liquidated, white has nothing to show for his efforts. Now let us see some of the variation I will touch, and these variations will go deep into the uh, in the next coming videos. Let us see here the variation known as Jainish variation, which is 3 knight f6. This 3 knight f6 is the considered the black's safest course, probably a deterrent to possible Ponziani adopters, because position arises ranging from the highly chaotic to dull passiveness. White continues here, knight of 3 c. Let us see from beginning. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, c3. Here he plays knight f6. This is Jainish variation. Okay, then he plays d4, continues d4, because this is the main plan. He played c3 in order to play d4, so it is consistent with c3. Here knight into e4 often continues with d5, knight e7. Here knight b8 is also playable. Okay, here instead of knight e7, knight b8 is also playable. Then 5 bishop c5. Here 3 black even may invest a knight with 5 bishop c5. Here he played 5 knight e7, knight here instead of going back with the knight, he may even sack the knight with bishop c5. Then d into c6, bishop into f2 check, king e2, bishop b6, okay, queen, bishop c5, d into c6, bishop into f2 check, king e2, then goes back bishop b6. Then queen g5, queen will go to d5, knight f2, aiming for this, at threatening to take the capture the h1 rook. Then he plays rook g1, castles, c into b7, bishop into b7, queen into b7, queen f6, knight a3, e4, knight c4. He is leaving this and attacking this. Knight c4, rook a b8, attacks the queen. Queen comes to d5. Then he captures the knight. Then it opens g into f3, rook f e8 check, king d2, knight e4 e4, and bishop into g1. This is almost equal. But here with the move 6, after bishop c5, if 6, here knight e7, we have seen knight e7, after knight e7, knight into e5, knight g6, not d6. Here you have to be careful not to play d6. Sometimes people play to attack this knight will not yield a good result. If you play d6, then bishop b5, then bishop b5 wins material. So knight g6, you come back, knight g6. Now either queen d4, queen should come d4, queen f6, queen into e4, queen into e5, or with the seventh move he can try, instead of queen d4 he can try knight into g6, h, here queen d4, instead of queen d4, here enter variation, knight into g6, h into g6, queen e2, queen e7, bishop f4, d6, knight a3, rook h5, rook h5, castles on queen side and comes rook f5, leads to equality. You see here in the fourth move, instead of c3, d5, here c3, knight f6, knight f6, here he can play d4, instead of d5 he can play e into d4. It is leading to a position which we have seen in the Goring gambit. 5 meeting with either 5 e5 or e5 with either here, either you should play knight d5, either knight d5 or knight e4. Okay, here you should play either knight to e4 or knight d4 or knight e4. Okay, here it has to come either here or either here. So that is the Jainish variation, and there are other variations are there. Lynod variation, F6 is the Steinitz variation, if, and there is a Caro gambit. All these variations and Ponziani counter gambits, all we will see in the next video, where we can cover fully the Ponziani Opening. In this video, we are restricting for a 10 minutes video, but he already crossed 15 minutes. So we will cover all these in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share it. Press bell icon button so that you will get the new videos.